Life is hard when you're stupid. Women posting healing quotes on Instagram is equivalent to them just asking for some new dick to come over and dick them down. Leave him, she, her, whatever on the street where they belong. You don't have to be right anymore. You just gotta be photogenic while being wrong. The problem is when stupid watches stupid, stupid just gets more stupid. Bro, you're not grinding, you work a 9 to 5 at McDonald's. You've been healing for 7 years. Shut the f up already. Nobody cares what you feel like. And check. What's poppin'? It's your boy Cross-Eyed here, Vice City Mafia. We run another Olo Dolo. We doing another rant, bro. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. Life is hard when you're stupid. In short, it's the truth. It's the truth that nobody wants to hear, especially the people that don't think they're stupid. You could tattoo it on people's foreheads and they'd still say, that's just your opinion. No, it's not. It's physics. The dumber you are, the heavier life gets. Smart people see a door, they walk through it. Stupid people stand there kicking it, wondering why the door won't open, and then they sit there and they call it trauma. Every day, I meet someone struggling with problems that have instructions printed on them. The bill said it was due on the 10th. You paid it on the 20th. Now you're mad at the company. Bro, they didn't scam you. They timed you out. It's wild. It's wild that people act like adulting is an Olympic sport, when in reality, some of you just refuse to read, think, or plan. And the crazy part is these same dumb motherfuckers always act shocked that life keeps body slamming them. They'll say, I can't catch a break. Yeah, you can. You're just so dumb, you're standing in front of the punch every time. At some point, you gotta realize it's not bad luck. It's just bad decisions. Bad decision making on repeat. And the answer is simple. It's 'cause you're stupid. You can tell when someone's dumb because drama always follows dumb people like Wi-Fi. Every week, they got a new story, a new beef, a new lesson learned. Nah, you didn't learn a thing, dude. You're just changing the name to the same episode. It's like Return of Stupidity. Same plot, different cast. Your life consists of a bunch of reruns. And that's the truth. And in relationships is where stupidity really flexes. That's where you could really see it. The dumbest thing some people do, I think, is confuse emotions with compatibility. They think chemistry means commitment. And newsflash, it doesn't. It's just hormones with some lighting. Some of you bitches fall in love with potential, and that's a scam you ran on yourself. You saw red flags and you called them vibes. Now you're heartbroken. And you get to fucking Instagram and post those healing quotes on your story like everybody gives a fuck. But everyone knows what you're going through when you do that. They know you just got ragdolled. What are you healing from? What are you healing from? Your own stupidity? Women posting healing quotes on Instagram is equivalent to them just asking for some new dick to come over and dick them down. People date like they shop on clearance. Y'all see something damaged and then think you can fix it. No, you can't, bro. You're not a therapist. Leave him, she, her, whatever on the street where they belong. You can't fix them. You're just lonely. And loneliness plus stupidity is chaos. You'll ignore every sign, every warning, every piece of advice people give you because your ego wants to be right more than it wants to be happy. And that's where majority of these relationships fail. It's because you chose wrong. And you chose wrong because you're stupid. Do you ever watch two people that argue that are both wrong? That's modern love. Nobody listens. Nobody takes accountability. It's just emotional dodgeball until someone blocks the other. And then they both go online pretending they grew. You didn't grow. You just stayed stupid. A lot of people are just dumb because of their ego. Your ego is too big to let you learn or take any sort of advice. Another thing is life gets hard when you're stupid because you can't spot manipulation like a smart person can. That's why stupid people always fall for fake friends, bad deals, and people who use them. They confuse kindness for weakness and loyalty for debt. They'll stay loyal to nonsense just so they don't look like a quitter or they could look cool to other people. For example, gang members, stupid. Meanwhile, life's cashing out your dignity like a slot machine. Then they say, I got trust issues. Dude, you don't got trust issues. You got bad judgment and your pride doesn't let you see that. Pride keeps people broke, single, and miserable. Can't ask for help, can't admit they don't know, can't take advice from somebody who's actually been in their situation. They'd rather lose loudly than to learn quietly. You'd see a guy lose his whole company because listening to him felt like some sort of submission. He'd rather go bankrupt than take correction. That's not ambition. That's literally ego suicide. Ego and pride are some of the main contributors as to why so many of you are so dumb. The irony, smart people don't even flex intelligence. They flex results. Stupid people flex opinions. Some of you think saying something with confidence makes it true. It's like arguing with a parrot in designer sneakers. Loud, colorful, and wrong. Confidence is like the new camouflage for ignorance. And you see it everywhere. In relationships, jobs, social media. Someone says nonsense with enough attitude and people just nod. We've replaced logic with volume. You're loud enough to drown out logic. And the internet really made it worse. Really, everybody's an expert now. And people who can't even manage their own lives are on the internet literally giving life advice. People who never paid rent are dropping financial freedom threads. Wisdom used to come from experience. Now it comes from captions. You don't have to be right anymore. You just got to be photogenic while being wrong. And that's the danger. Stupid doesn't stay private anymore. It goes viral. And stupidity going viral isn't the problem. The problem is when stupid watches stupid, stupid just gets more stupid. We're literally surrounded by confident idiots selling other idiots motivation. It's an echo chamber of delusion. People celebrating mediocrity as if it's an identity. And if you dare to tell the truth, you're negative. No, I'm realistic. If reality hurts you, that's proof it's working. And I'm not saying I'm any better. You know, I'm not telling people to not put their opinions online. I'm not telling people everybody on the internet's stupid. I'm just saying a good majority of it is. And that's why your lives are hard. Because you're stupid. The modern world rewards feelings over facts. We got people yelling my truth as if physics bends for motion. Gravity doesn't care how you feel. Neither do bills, breakups, or consequences. But we still got people arguing with reality as if it was negotiable. That's why so many people stay stuck. Because they rather protect their feelings instead of fixing their habits. Why? Because they're stupid. And when you protect your feelings too much, life stops protecting you. You miss out on growth, discipline, and awareness. You start thinking struggle means oppression, when half the time, it's just feedback. Life isn't bullying you, it's teaching you. But when you're dumb, you refuse to learn unless the lesson hurts enough. And guys, I am speaking from experience. I have done stupid things where life has hit me and I learned from my bad decisions. So I'm not singling nobody out. I'm really just stating the obvious. Something I feel everybody should already know. You see it everywhere. People can't drive, can't think, can't plan, but they can complain. If you actually understood why something kept happening, you would fix it. But fixing something requires thinking. And people who aren't smart don't think, because thinking requires shutting up. And if you're stupid, you don't shut up. Silence is allergic to stupid. You guys ever notice how stupid people confuse chaos with personality? Like, you got some people that genuinely believe being dramatic makes them interesting. I just have a lot going on right now. No, you just make everything a mess and call it a vibe. Half these people wake up in self-made emergencies, and then they expect an applause for surviving their own mistakes. They'll say stuff like, I just attract drama. No, you don't. You cause drama. Drama doesn't follow you. It doesn't follow nobody. You schedule it. It's like clockwork. Every week, there's a new meltdown, a new enemy to blame. Meanwhile, the common denominator in all your situations is you. Being toxic isn't sexy. You're just a dumbass. And these people, they're proud of it. They'll look at you when you try to give them some sort of advice, and they'll tell you, at least I'm real. Bro, being real doesn't mean being reckless. Keeping it real has become code for I refuse to improve. That's the same energy that ruins jobs. Dumb people think showing up is the same thing as working. They clock in, breathe for 8 hours, then clock out and act like they changed the world. And then they brag about grinding. Bro, you're not grinding. You work a 9 to 5 at McDonald's and want a raise for endurance, not results. And then when someone smarter passes you, gets a promotion, you yell favoritism. Nah, it's incompetence. You're incompetence, to be specific. I see people brag about quitting their job with no plan. Then they'll post, I value my peace, or some bullshit like I know my worth. You're worth nothing. People are allergic to planning. They live minute to minute like the future is some sort of conspiracy. That's why everything's a surprise bill, a last minute panic. Nobody told me. Nah, dude, somebody told you, you just didn't listen because you're dumb. And then some of you confuse struggle with depth. You'll sit here and say, I've been through a lot, as if nobody else has. Pain isn't a personality. It's just part of the process. But when you're dumb, you glorify it. You build your identity around suffering so you never have to leave it. And then you tell people, you're just healing. You've been healing for 7 fucking years. Shut the fuck up already. What's really wild is how confidently people are wrong about what they deserve. Everybody says, I know my worth, while doing things that devalue them daily. Dude, let me tell you something. You're dumb. You're worth nothing. You're worth $15 an hour, which is minimum wage over here in Miami. You're worth $15 an hour. That's what you're worth. Knowing your worth means acting accordingly, not posting affirmations between your multitude of bad decisions. And I'm not singling you out because you make bad decisions. Everybody has made bad decisions. The difference is some people learn and some people are doomed to live their life on a constant rerun of stupidity. Stupid people want results without reflection, want respect without responsibility, want loyalty while being inconsistent, and luxury with minimum effort. It's like they think effort is outdated. You'll see people complaining about being broke while holding a $9 coffee and a $1,000 iPhone. It's not poverty. It's poor decisions. Notice stupidity and entitlement always hold hands. The dumbest people expect the most. They think because they feel something, they deserve something. I work hard. No, you exist loudly. There's a difference. The universe doesn't reward noise, it rewards results. The reason why life feels so hard for stupid people is because they confuse activity with progress. You can run in a circle all day. You still didn't go nowhere. Let's be honest. Most people's downfall isn't some sort of evil. It's laziness. Dumb people don't like effort because effort exposes limits. They rather be comfortably stupid than uncomfortably learning. You'll hear people say, I'm just not a morning person, or I can't focus, which really just translates to I've never trained my brain to do anything difficult. Everything is difficult when you avoid discipline. Waking up early, reading, saving, gym, all of it feels impossible if you got no discipline and all you got is excuses. And the wildest thing is how stupidity always comes with confidence. The less people know, the more certain they are for some weird reason. You can't tell them anything because They argue from emotion, not information. I just feel like that phrase should come with a warning label. Nobody cares what you feel like if what you feel like isn't fucking true. Feelings aren't facts. You can feel like the sky is purple. It's still blue. You can feel like you're a boss, but your rant says otherwise. You can feel like everybody's jealous, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make it facts. And with that being said, we out. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And most importantly, don't be stupid. Peace. VCM, baby. Bow.